Hello everybody! So, in my last video, I ranked all of the Clone Wars seasons from the worst to the best in honor of the show's final season ending the Monday before I posted the video. And since Clone Wars officially ended, I thought that I would watch through Star Wars Rebels since it's kind of a continuation of Clone Wars for the first time. Sort of. And by sort of, I mean, I did watch through the first two seasons like 5 years ago, but I don't really remember them, so it's basically the first time. Anyway, today I figured that I would tell you my thoughts on Star Wars Rebels Season 1. Let's go. First off, I just have to say that I think that this show is probably the best thing to come out of Disney buying Star Wars. From what I've seen so far, it's a really good show, and I don't know if it goes downhill as the show goes on, but currently, I love this show. I might even say it's better than Clone Wars. I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate in the comments for that one. Just kidding, nobody comments on my videos. Anyway, the show takes place 15 years after Revenge of the Sith. And it starts with Darth Vader telling the Inquisitor, the main villain of this season,
So, there's a few Jedi that, did get killed by the whole Order 66 thing, and that's a big no-no for me and a big no-no for the Emperor, so I'm gonna need you to take care of that right away, because evidently I'm too lazy to do so myself.
Spot on Vader impression, if I do say so myself. Then, we are introduced to our main protagonist, Ezra Bridger, and we are pretty immediately shown that he is very skilled in stealing things, especially from the Empire. He's sort of like Star Wars' version of Robin Hood, except instead of steal from the rich, give to the poor, it's steal from the rich, steal a little from the poor, and give to, well, himself.
Hey, the kid's gotta eat.
Anyway, one day when he's out stealing things, he notices something weird going on. He sees a group of people stealing things from the Empire. So he tries to steal a few of the boxes, a few stormtroopers and the rebels chase him, and that is how Ezra Bridger meets the rebels: Kanan, Hera, Sabine, Zeb, and Chopper. They reluctantly let him be part of the team, temporarily at least, and they deliver the supplies to Tarkin Town. Yes, that's right, Tarkin Town. Named after Grand Moff Tarkin. Actually, fun-ish fact, Tarkin Town was actually based off of Hoovervilles, named after President at the time Herbert Hoover during the Great Depression in World War II. Fun! Seriously though, there's a whole article about this, link in the description. Anyway, while in Tarkin Town, Ezra sees how badly the Empire has affected the people living there. With the rest of the crew, he helps give out food to the people of Tarkin Town, and they thank him.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
He realizes that he really helped the people of Tarkin Town, and decides to start using his skills to help people. Then, he feels something calling him. He goes to see what it is, and he finds a lightsaber, actually Kanan's lightsaber, and a holocron. Kanan catches him and tells him to put the lightsaber away. He puts the lightsaber away, but takes the holocron. Then the rebels go to free some Wookiees, but they soon find out that it was a trap set by the Empire. However, it is too late, and no thanks to Zeb, they capture Ezra.
Zeb Aurelios?
Oh, come on!
Now I just have to say that isn't it so cool that the rebels are like a little family? Hera's the mom, Kanan's the dad, Ezra, Sabine, Zeb, and Chopper are the kids. They even have sibling rivalries. It's so cool and heartwarming. Although Ezra does have a bit of a thing for Sabine, so I guess the family thing doesn't really work out that well.
My name's Ezra. What's yours?
Or maybe it's just the Michael Scott family.
I feel like all my kids grew up and then they married each other. It's every parent's dream.
Anyway, they go back to get Ezra. Meanwhile, Ezra uses the Force to open up the holocron, and a recorded hologram of Obi-Wan Kenobi starts talking.
This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Then Ezra escapes and meets up with the rest of the rebels.
First you ditch me, then you hit me?
How was I supposed to know it was you? You were wearing a bucket.
While escaping though, Ezra does find out where the Wookiees actually are and they go to rescue them. They get into a fight with some stormtroopers and Kanan reveals that he is a Jedi. Also, Wilhelm scream. Comment below if you know what I'm talking about. Then they beat the stormtroopers and escape with the Wookiees. And after watching him this whole time, Kanan realizes that Ezra is strong with the Force and decides to train him to be a Jedi. Okay, don't worry, I'm not gonna go through the whole season like this. I just wanted to do that for the first 3 episodes because I think they do a very good job in introducing us to these new characters and to the relationships between these new characters that we see throughout the season and I assume the entire series, although I haven't watched it all the way through yet. You see this sort of sibling rivalry between Ezra, Zeb, and Chopper. You see the start of the awkward and seemingly unrequited crush that Ezra has on Sabine. You see the master-apprentice relationship between Kanan and Ezra start, but most importantly, as I stated earlier, you see the family of the rebels. Now, talking about the season as a whole, I think it does a very good job at something that puts it apart and above Clone Wars. And that's having a very cohesive story. Having things happen here that are brought back up later, that are important plot points later. For instance, the abandoned base full of scary creatures in Out of Darkness comes back later in Gathering Forces. And the TIE fighter that Ezra and Zeb steal in Fight or Flight comes back later in Fire Across the Galaxy. With Clone Wars, yeah, it has a few recurring things like Cad Bane and Hondo, but it doesn't really have an overarching plot. It's broken up into 3 or 4 episode arcs, which is fine, but it caused there to be a few episodes that I finished and was like, I could've skipped that one. But with Rebels, I've enjoyed every single episode so far. I don't think I finished one episode that I was like, I could've skipped that one. Every episode mattered. Also, can we just talk about how cool Ezra's lightsaber is? It has a blaster connected to it.
Hey, mine doesn't do that.
I think that it is one of the coolest lightsaber designs in all of Star Wars. And when Kanan is fighting the Inquisitor and is going back and forth between using it as a blaster and using it as a lightsaber, and Ezra's like,
I never thought of that.
that is both hilarious and epic at the same time, and I think that that is a perfect description of this show. And also when Fulcrum is revealed to be Ahsoka, like I knew she was in the show beforehand, but I thought it was way later in the show, so when she came down the ladder, I was like really surprised. I mean, I was probably surprised for the wrong reason, but nevertheless, I was surprised. Anyway, I thought that Star Wars Rebels Season 1 was an amazing start to the series. It perfectly balanced humor with the epicness of Star Wars. And it did an amazing job at introducing us and making us care about these completely new characters. And out of the 2 Force-sensitive characters with mysterious lineages who are training to be Jedi that Disney gave us, Ezra is better than Rey. Anyway, stay tuned for next week when I tell you my thoughts on Star Wars Rebels Season 2. And comment below if you would like me to turn this into a series where I watch things for the first time and tell you my thoughts on them, and also leave some suggestions below. Anyway, please like, maybe subscribe, and check out some of my other videos. With that said, that's a wrap.